Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Echo, and I hope you're having a great day. Today's Minecraft video, we're back on Minecraft Java Edition for the latest 1.16 Nether Update Snapshot. Today's snapshot has surprised me because we have a lot of changes and a lot of new things introduced. We have changes to in-game features, including Redstone. If you're a Redstone user, let me know how big or how small these changes are today. We have world option changes, including custom dimensions. So they are officially supporting that. And as you guys seen by the introduction of today's video, we even have a new logo on the load up screen. Let me know your opinions about that. So I highly recommend reading the official changelog, which will be down below, but I'll go through as much detail as possible. I'm still convinced we're like 1 or 2 weeks away from pre-release. I think heading into June, which is my birthday, by the way, we're going to have the full release. I think June is going to be the full release. Nonetheless, today's snapshot is 20W21A. It stands for, well, 20 stands for the year because we're in year 2020. The W stands for week, and 21 stands for what week we're in. We are currently in week 21 of 2020. Already established a bug. See the overlining text here when you're at the bottom there? That doesn't necessarily happen. So before I go through a bunch of details, I'll show you guys the logo one more time. Whenever you enable or disable a resource pack, it pops up. This is Mojang Studios. Someone says it looks very similar to the Nintendo load up, you know, when it clicks into place. Thought it was pretty cool. Let me know your opinions though, guys. One thing I don't like about this is it's not really aligned on the y-axis. I think it should be aligned on both x and y, but regardless, that's a new change. I expect these changes to also be introduced to Bedrock as well. World changes. These are outlined on the official changelog. Added experimental support for new custom worlds. Edit world screen now has an option to export world settings to a JSON file. I'll show you that in today's video. Pretty good. Makes life a lot easier for editing your worlds. During world creation, you can import previously exported world settings. A bunch of parameters are exposed but marked as experimental, meaning you can play with them, but there is no guarantee that any of them will continue working even in the next snapshot. Flat level preset string lost structure settings, in brackets, they are now stored in a common format for all worlds. We will restore some form of this functionality soon. The buffet world can no longer be created from server.properties. Flat level settings changed a bit. Better support for custom worlds creation on server is coming soon. So they are working on custom settings for worlds. Now, it's been a long time since I messed around with the custom settings, so I apologize if I get it wrong. From my understanding, if we click on edit on a world now, we have the option to export world generation settings. Now, if I click on this option, it's going to pop up and say exported. Now, this has been exported to my Minecraft files. If I go to my PC and I type in %appdata%, this is going to be my file location for Minecraft. If you're a Minecraft Java player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if we tap on this, and we tap on saves, if we tap on the snapshot, which is the one that I've just exported, at the bottom, we're now going to have worldgen_settings_export.json. Now, if we tap on this, this is basically Minecraft in coding formation. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people, but for people who do frequently edit things and customize things, this is going to be something that they can mess around with quite frequently. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to drag this to my desktop, because I'm also able to re-import that into a different world. Now, if I was to go to a completely different world, as you guys can see here, this does not have the same file, but I am able to export these from pretty much all of these. So I'm allowed to export these. It's now been saved in a different location. So I think that's what it's getting at. Now, when it goes to re-importing it, if we go to single player, we go to create, we go to world options, we're able to import settings as well. So if I go to my desktop and I go to these, I'm then able to import those settings directly to a new world. That is telling me the exact seed. It's also going to load the world up with the same settings that I had for the previous one. So that just makes life a lot easier. It's very similar to the Bedrock version. It's a fantastic introduction, and I think that's exactly how that feature is meant to work. Hopefully I did explain that correctly. They've introduced some new creation settings. If we go to single player and we go to create new world, this is not the right thing. If we go to world options, we've got world type here. We've got default, super flat, large biomes, amplified, single biome, caves, and floating islands. I think caves and floating islands could possibly be new. I know the floating island is. Now this option pops up like the buffet world type, but you can change the specific island to be whatever you wanted to. If I wanted a floating island to be Basalt Delta, I can do that. If we just go to, we're basically done now. You can have bonus chests on. You can change your set. Nope, we don't need to import any settings. You can import settings if you wanted to. So you might start seeing people have these around the internet. Let's just do seed like this, and let's load this up. So as you guys can see, we have created a floating island, which is basically just the Basalt Deltas. I don't know if something like this is going to be introduced to the Bedrock version, but honestly, it's absolutely fantastic. We're spending our time buying Sky Island maps on the marketplace, and Java have officially introduced this as a full feature. You could do this for anything you wanted to, and yeah, I'll end up dying if I go all the way down here. But I thought that was a fantastic introduction to the game. Like I said, we also have this option for caves as well, so maybe I wanted my whole entire cave biome. I want it to be Mesa related. Do we have... Where is that option? There's so many different ones you're able to pick from. Let's go to... what do I want to turn it into? You know what? A swamp cave system. Let's create this one. Okay, so this is pretty creepy. I've also noticed there is a bunch of these structures as well. Is that where they typically spawn? If they did, I actually never knew that. These things, the fossils, that's pretty cool. I really like this though. So yeah, it's fully custom. A great introduction. It's good to see the developers supporting this even more. Right, let's go to my ordinary Minecraft world and let me show you this week's snapshot changes, tweaks, bug fixes, and yeah, let's go to my game. I would like to mention that the world options that I've just showed you, they are subject to change. They are a really early development according to the official changelog, so there will probably be some tweaks and changes to that as time goes by. Okay, so first change this week, added ability to toggle redstone between wire and dot. So I think it was last week's snapshot. The developers introduced this. A lot of the Minecraft Java community was not happy about it. This did change redstone for the Java version. I think it's a Bedrock parity, like I said. We also have this one as well. So we have two forms of redstone available. Now, if you grab a redstone piece and you simply right-click, you are able to change this from a dot to the wire. Yeah, you want to do some redstone? Because I have no idea what I'm doing, buddy. But yeah, he's like, no, I don't know redstone either. But you can change them between these two. The wire is just permanently on Bedrock. This is on Java. Will this become the Bedrock? I don't know, but I hope so at some point. So just to explain this, it says here, a dot of redstone will not power its surrounding blocks. Here's a little bit of an example. This is on, right? So if we change this from the dot to the wire, it supports the redstone and turns it on. Once you change it back, the redstone goes off. I'm not big on redstone, so for anyone who is big on redstone and plays Java quite frequently, please let me know in the comment section how big or how small of a change this is. Is it a good change? Is it a bad change? Again, I think it's going to be really cool. I could probably see some really cool creations being introduced with this, just from that one minor change. So they have both of them there. Moving on to the next one. They did nerf AFK fishing on Java, right? So when you AFK fish on Java, you can't get positive loot or treasure loot. Treasure loot is enchanted bows, enchanted books, enchanted fishing rods. You can't get them anymore. The change is lily pads are now considered junk loot when fishing. So you can get these when you're AFK fishing. So if you like lily pads, that's pretty cool. I've also realized how cool is the seed, by the way. If you want the seed, there's the seed. I don't know. I just found a village and then I just really liked it. It looks pretty cool. So we're going to head inside of here. I'm not going over the bug fixes in this week's changelog. I'll let you guys go and do that as well. There's been quite a few, but let's go into the Nether. So focusing on piglins. The first one we have here is piglins no longer walk around when admiring gold. Thank you. Thank you. This has been such a pain in survival. So whenever you have one of these and you throw it on the floor and he's like, yeah, I'll take the gold, bro. When he's admiring it, he's not going to wander off. So you have to follow him. Ooh, shiny advancement. That's new. So you're no longer going to have to follow him anymore. he will stay on the spot. Wherever the gold is, he's going to stay there. Good change. I like that. A great introduction. Next one. If you hit a piglin while it's admiring an ingot, the ingot will now disappear. So he's currently admiring... Nope, he's not meant to walk around. He's meant to stay still. I don't know why he's walking around. That seems like a bug. But if we hit him, you lose the gold. You don't get it now. He also won't interact with another one. Great. So if we give you one and we hit him, the gold disappears. It looks like you're not able to give them gold anymore as well. I feel like they're... Nope, you're able to give you gold. Not allowed to give you gold. So the gold disappears. They don't take it. You don't take it. Nobody gets it. In fact, do we get it, though? Or does he keep it and it's just, like, gone into a bliss? Now nobody gets it. So don't be hitting piglins because you're going to lose your gold and you're going to be wasting your resources / clear. The next change we have here. Increased chance of ores to generate in basalt deltas. Now this is to do with the ratio of netherrack and I believe nether gold. I'm not quite sure if this includes gilded black stone. So gilded black stone is basically the gold but in this specific biome. I'm not sure if it's linked to this one or if it's linked to this one. It's not outlined on the official changelog, but it's to do with the ratio of netherrack. So you're not really getting much gold inside of this biome because this biome is not built up predominantly of netherrack. It's built up of things like basalt. It's built up of like blackstone. So if I don't even need to go to game mode. If we do F3 and go to spectator mode, I kind of want to see the generation. And will it show the gold? I mean, you can see the gold over there. I think it's increased it, but yeah, you know what's something I'm really struggling to see, guys? I honestly have not found any form of gilded blackstone in this biome yet. It seems quite rare. I don't notice too much of a huge difference here, but according to the official changelog, that is exactly what it says. Let's go back, F3 plus F4, back to creative. I really love that feature. Just in case you are interested in all the official changes, I'll briefly go through it here, but as for the bug fixes, go and check them out for yourself. Really impressed with this week's snapshot. Just as we think it's coming to an end, just as we think they're going to start focusing on pre-releases, they go and introduce this feature known as custom worlds. But here's the bug fixes, for example. Map making sounds, use equipment sounds, subtitle, trying to interact with entity 3 or more blocks away without seeing its eyes, only interacts client side. Taking product out of Stonecutter produces no subtitle. Zombie villages are called zombie instead of subtitle. So again, a lot of these changes, they're just very, very basic. I didn't necessarily need to go over them in today's video, but I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Kind of impressed myself. So guys, have a great day, stay beautiful. I'll keep you all updated and I'll catch you next time. Bye.